Do you remember the terrible summer of 1923? The year the sun melted the rocks in the backcountry, the year the sand fused to glass, and the sun burnt that strip right down Murchison Pass. Well, I was there in that terrible heat, where the borders of West and South Australia meet, about 200 miles from Unapelli. Yeah, that's the time I met Ned Kelly. Out of that terrible hell haze fog strode Kelly, his arms laden with grog. "I'm Kelly, all right," he said to me, "and I'm twice as dead as you'll ever be. For 100 years I've wandered this place looking for a suitable drinking mate." "Well, you found him now," I quickly said. "How about we put some of those bottles to bed?" Well, we sat in the sun and we drank for days and talked for days how men wore guts where they now wear stays. Then came the sound of many marching feet, and a line of men fractured the desert heat. It was old Paddy Hannon, God spare me days, followed by Henry Lawson, Saltbush Bill, and Burke and Wills. And each man carried some grog as cold as the tube. Well, Kelly and I moved over to make some room to put down the keg that was carried by Ben Hall, slap bang in the middle and on tap for all. Yeah, then came Kendall and Ludwig Leichhardt, who said, "Lassiter's coming, but he said it's okay to start. We've invited some mates from the desert nearby. They're all decent fellas, so here's mud in your eye." Next came a blue-coloured kangaroo and a overweight wombat that did a soft shoe, a dignified dingo with performing fleas, and a big soprano galah that sang off-key. A big black snake sang Old Lang Syne, while a marsupial mouse with its nose twitched time. Yeah, we sat in the sun and we drank for a week with the finest fellas you ever would meet. I danced me a jig for comic relief, and disturbing the dust I found Lassiter's Reef. There were sapphires and diamonds and rubies galore, and a big lump of gold as big as that knob on the door. Sapphires and rubies are a wonderful haul. But despite all that fabulous wealth, each man was content unto himself. Well, the party broke up in a month and a day, and we all went our own way. I went south to the Nullarbor Plain, and in 2 or 3 weeks I was back home again. And I never did talk of the places I'd been. I never did talk of the people I'd seen. But I learnt one important fact: never get pissed in the sun without wearing a hat.